BGMC. The biblical truth lives here.
We are living in a time like no other in history, but fortunately for us, God wrote it all down in His prophecies. Find out what prophecies happened this week ripped straight from the headlines. Stay tuned for the Prophecy Headlines news show on the Remnant's Call.
News.
Las noticias del llamado al remanente.
Please pay attention to what's going on around the globe.
Por favor, pongan atención para lo que está
So you
pasando.
can
en el
know
mundo.
what is about to happen.
Así pueden saber lo que está a punto de pasar.
Our first story comes from Israel, as always.
Nuestra primera historia viene de Israel, como siempre.
In this first story,
En esta primera historia.
I thought this was a really interesting story.
Esta es una historia muy interesante.
This picture that you're seeing
Esta fotografía que están mirando
is of a seal of a woman businessman,
Es el
businesswoman,
es el sello de una mujer de negocios.
because in Proverbs 31,
Porque en Proverbios 31
it says women can own businesses.
dice que las mujeres pueden ser dueñas de
They can't
negocios.
be rabbis,
No pueden ser rabinos,
but they can own businesses.
pero pueden ser dueñas de negocios.
This seal is of a businesswoman,
Este sello es de una mujer de negocios
and it dates back to the very first temple.
y data al primer templo.
I think that's really cool in archaeological find.
Yo pensé que esto era algo que se encontró muy interesante.
And this next story,
Y esta próxima
there
historia.
you see Jonathan.
Aquí ves a Jonathan.
He is an amazing Jewish man.
Este es un hombre judío
Absolutely
sorprendente.
amazing.
Absolutamente sorprendente.
One of the wonderful Muslim Palestinians stabbed him
Uno de los maravillosos palestinos le apuñaló
in the neck.
en el cuello.
In the neck.
En el
He had a
cuello.
knife sticking out of his neck.
Tenía un cuchillo saliendo de su
And
cuello.
once he realized what was happening,
Y una vez que se dio cuenta de lo que estaba
he
pasando,
took the knife out of his neck
él sacó el cuchillo fuera de su cuello
and stabbed to death the Muslim.
y apuñaló hasta matar al
With his own
musulmán
knife.
con su propio
Yeah,
cuchillo.
amen. And he is in Petah Tikva Hospital, which means door of hope.
Está en el hospital Pentetikva, que significa puertas de esperanza.
That's one strong Jew.
Ese es un judío muy
Had a
fuerte.
knife stuck in his neck.
Un cuchillo en su cuello.
It's only a flesh wound. Monty Python. Yes. Next slide. Now here's another thing about Jews in Hollywood.
Aquí hay otra historia de judíos en Hollywood.
I always thought Dustin Hoffman, because of his name, was Jewish.
Siempre pensé de Dustin Hoffman que era judía porque su apellido sonaba como
But
judío,
he didn't.
pero él no sabía.
He was on a show on PBS
Él estaba en un show en PBS
called Finding Your Roots with Henry Louis
que
Gates.
se titula Encontrando tus raíces con Henry Louis Gates.
And in the show,
Y en el show
they show Dustin Hoffman that he's Jewish.
mostraron que Dustin Hoffman era judío.
And you see a picture of him beginning to cry, not that he's Jewish.
Y ven esta fotografía de que él comienza a llorar no porque es judío,
They were telling him what happened to his family in the Holocaust.
sino le estaban diciendo qué pasó con su familia en el holocausto.
So I haven't watched the video yet, but I do want to see it.
No he mirado el video aún, pero quiero mirar.
Yes, Jews run Hollywood.
Los judíos están en Hollywood.
Yes, we're everywhere.
Estamos en todo lado.
Next story, which is an amazing story.
Otra historia sorprendente.
There in that picture there,
En esta fotografía aquí
you see young Messianic Jewish believers in the IDF.
ves que
Amen.
creyentes mesiánicos
That's an army,
jovencitos
baby.
en el IDF.
And up until recently,
Y lo que pasó recientemente
they could not share their faith.
es que ellos no podían compartir su fe.
Now, 96%
Ahora 96%
of them share their faith with their fellow soldiers
de ellos comparten su fe con sus compañeros
and with their commanding officers.
y con sus oficiales de comando.
This is an army that will not be defeated.
Este es un batallón que no va a ser derrotado.
Amen?
Amén.
Keep these kids in prayer.
Mantengan a estos niños en oración.
All right, next story. Let's look at anti-Semitism going on around the globe this week.
Antisemitismo como está sucediendo en el mundo esta semana.
The first anti-Semitism story comes from Uruguay.
La primera
Uruguay.
historia de antisemitismo
How do
viene
you say
de
it?
Uruguay.
Uruguay. Well, this is why I implore everybody here who speaks Spanish.
Por eso es que imploro a todos los que hablan español,
We must start doing more radio shows.
tenemos que comenzar a hacer más shows de radio.
In Uruguay,
En Uruguay,
a Jewish man was stabbed to death by the Muslims living in Uruguay.
un hombre judío fue asesinado por un musulmán que estaba viviendo en Uruguay.
We got to get the word out, guys.
Tenemos que sacar la verdad
So if
afuera.
you're sitting on your butt at home watching television,
Si estás sentado y mirando televisión,
God's going to hold you accountable.
Dios te va a hacer responsable.
We have all the technology here to do more.
Tuvimos toda la tecnología para hacer más.
So those who speak Spanish, you want to be trained to do a radio show.
Aquellos que hablan español, si quieres ser entrenado para un show de radio,
Because we got a lot of people coming to the radio station.
porque tenemos mucha gente que viene a la estación de radio.
And once Jorge is finished with the app for the phone in Spanish,
Y una vez que termine Jorge la aplicación para
we
el
will have
teléfono en
such an
español,
ability out there.
vamos a tener tanta habilidad ahí afuera.
Let us do the work of God while it is still daylight.
Hagamos el trabajo de Dios mientras está de día.
This word is getting out to Central and South America.
Estas palabras están saliendo a Centro y Sudamérica.
And if you're on Facebook,
Y si estás en Facebook,
we do the Benjamin Project.
hacemos el proyecto Benjamín.
Take the Benjamin Project URL.
Toma la dirección de internet del proyecto Benjamín
And paste it into every one of your contacts' conversations.
y ponlo en cada una de las conversaciones de tus contactos.
I want to see the Benjamin Project watch 500-600 times this coming week.
Quiero ver el proyecto Benjamín, que la gente lo vea 500 o 600 veces.
Let's start working, people,
Comencemos a trabajar,
because God's going to hold you accountable.
porque Dios te va a mantener
Remember the
responsable.
parable, what Yeshua said?
Recuerda la parábola de lo que dijo
He came
Yeshua.
back and he said, what did you do with my talent?
Cuando vino y dijo, ¿qué hiciste con mi
Well, I
talento?
was tired.
Estaba
I had to
cansado,
do laundry.
tenía que lavar la ropa.
Come on now. Next story,
Próxima historia.
anti-Semitism story.
Historias de
We
antisemitismo.
must keep this nation in prayer
Debemos mantener a esta nación en oración.
that we impeach Obama immediately.
Que saquemos a Obama inmediatamente.
He's going to use the UN to divide Jerusalem.
Él va a utilizar a las Naciones Unidas para dividir a
May you end up in
Jerusalén.
hell, Obama, because you
Quizá
will.
que termines en el infierno porque tú terminarás ahí.
Jerusalem is ours,
Jerusalén es
and it
nuestra
will always be
y
ours.
siempre va a ser
It was
nuestra.
given to us by our God.
Se nos dio a nosotros por nuestro Dios.
And Obama, repent before you die.
Obama, arrepiéntete antes de que mueras.
Because when you die,
Porque una vez que
you're going
mueras,
to be face to face with the King of the Jews.
vas a estar cara a cara en frente del Rey de los Judíos.
And he's going to send you to a place called hell.
Y Él te va a mandar a un lugar que se llama infierno.
Next story.
Próxima historia.
End time prophecy news. Please pay attention what's going on around the globe.
Profecía de fin de los tiempos, pongan atención por favor.
In Psalm 92,
En el Salmo 92,
verse 6, it says,
Verso
stupid
6.
people can't know.
verso 6 dice que la gente estúpida no sabe.
Okay, as Forrest Gump said, stupid is, stupid does.
Como se dice, estúpido es y estúpido lo hace.
Well, let's take a look at the stupid story.
Veamos a la historia estúpida.
Right after there was the terrorist attack in Israel,
Después de que hubo un ataque terrorista en Israel,
one of England's leading universities
una de las importantes universidades en
voted
Londres
to divest from Israel.
votaron en separarse de Israel.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Estúpido es como estúpido lo hace.
Guess you can't be too smart going to that school.
Quizá no tienes que ser tan inteligente para entrar a esa universidad.
In the next prophecy,
En la próxima profecía,
there is nothing new under the sun.
no hay nada nuevo bajo el
In
sol.
Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9,
En Eclesiastes 1, verso 9,
it says there's nothing new under the sun.
dice que no hay nada nuevo bajo el cielo.
In this news story,
En esta historia,
okay, ISIS is studying the Nazi methods of training children.
ISIS está estudiando los métodos nazis para entrenar a los niños.
One of the first things Hitler did after coming to power
Una de las cosas que Hitler hizo después de entrar al poder
was to take over the school systems
fue tomar poder del sistema escolar
and train children. Jacob! Stand up over there against the wall. Come on, come on. I'll pick you up. Can I pick him up, Felix? Excuse me a second. You can stand up. Stand there. That way, if you fall asleep, you fall over. Thank you. Thank you, Felix. We don't have disrespect in this house.
No tenemos falta de respeto en esta casa.
Children will learn respect or they will be chastised.
Los niños van a aprender respeto o van a ser castigados.
Because God says He chastises those He loves.
Porque Dios dice que castiga a aquellos que él ama.
Okay? See, that's love.
Eso es amor.
What the ISIS people are doing is hatred.
Lo que la gente de ISIS está haciendo es odio.
They teach children to hate.
Enseñan a los niños a odiar.
But they're doing exactly the Nazi training methodology.
Pero están exactamente haciendo la metodología de entrenamiento de los nazis.
Next story.
Próxima historia.
Prophecy about truth.
Profecía acerca de la verdad.
In Psalm 86, verse 11, it talks about, teach me to live by your truths.
En Salmo 86, verso 11 dice, enséñame a vivir por tus verdades.
In the story here,
En esta historia aquí,
we're coming to the end of the United States.
estamos llegando al final de los Estados
I've
Unidos.
taught you a little bit about American civics.
Te enseñé un poco acerca de la cívica de Estados Unidos.
The federal government, by the way our Constitution is designed,
La manera que el gobierno federal está formado
is the weakest part of the United States.
es que esa es la parte más débil de los
The
Estados
Civil
Unidos.
War was not about slavery.
La guerra civil no se trataba de la
That was the
esclavitud.
catalyst.
Ese era lo que
It was
comenzó.
about state rights.
Pero se trataba de los
The
derechos de
states have a
Estado.
constitution.
Los estados tenían su
In
constitución.
Alabama,
En Alabama,
they have their Supreme Court
la Corte Suprema
has ruled that the United States Supreme Court is invalid.
ha dado el dictamen que la Corte Suprema de Estados Unidos no es válida
On their ruling on marriage.
en su reglamento del
We're
matrimonio.
about to come apart,
Estamos a punto de despedazar,
divided on states that follow the Word of God
dividiéndonos en estados que seguimos la palabra de Dios,
against states like here. Can you make it 74 up front?
en contra de estados como este,
Like New York and New Jersey, really very liberal.
como Nueva York y New Jersey, que son muy liberales.
This is the beginning of the shot heard around the world.
Este es el comienzo de la destrucción de Estados Unidos.
This is like the Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party.
Este es el partido del té de Boston.
So choose where you're going to live.
Escoge dónde vas a vivir.
Next story
Próxima
talks
historia.
about the prophecy in Deuteronomy 28, verse 33 and 34.
Habla en la profecía Deuteronomio 28, 33 y
Talks
34.
about people going crazy.
Habla de la gente volviéndose loca.
In a story from Canada,
En esta historia de Canadá,
in Manitoba, Canada,
en Manitoba, Canadá,
there are First Nations people.
de la gente de las primeras
We call them
naciones,
Indians.
o los llamamos indios.
In their tribe, there's 85% unemployment.
En sus tribus hay desempleo de 85%.
The people see no hope.
La gente no ve esperanza.
So they're having an epidemic of suicide.
Entonces hay una epidemia de suicidios.
Understand this.
Entiende esto.
If you commit suicide,
Si tú cometes suicidio,
you have a one-way ticket to hell.
tienes un ticket directo al
Why do
infierno.
I say that?
¿Por qué digo eso?
Suicide is murder of yourself.
El suicidio es asesinato de ti mismo.
And the commandment says, thou shalt not murder.
Y en el mandamiento dice, no matarás.
Okay, so please keep these people in prayer.
Por favor, mantengan esta gente en oración.
They've had 140 attempts of suicide in the last 2 weeks.
Tuvieron 140 atentados de asesinato en las últimas
So
2
in your
semanas.
prayer,
En tus oraciones,
keep the Manitoba Indians in your prayer that God would visit them.
mantén en oración a los indios de Manitoba para que el Señor se
that God
presente a
would
ellos,
visit them.
que el Señor les visite.
Next story.
Próxima historia.
Okay, in Matthew 22, verse 44,
Mateo 22, verso 44.
Yeshua said, I'm going to sit at the right hand of the Father.
El Señor dice que se sentará en la mano derecha del
When
Padre.
you raise your right hand, that is for God.
Cuando levantas tu mano derecha es para Dios.
I want to show you some pictures.
Quiero mostrarte algunas fotografías.
That was last week.
Esta era la semana pasada.
Any person who is voting for this piece of garbage, this narcissistic man called Donald Trump, is an idiot.
Cualquiera que vote por este narcisista pedazo de basura de Trump es un idiota.
Look at what he's doing.
Mira lo que está haciendo.
He's having everybody raise their right hand.
Está haciendo que todos levanten la mano derecha.
Look at the pattern he's following.
Mira el patrón que él está siguiendo.
Adolf Hitler
Adolfo Hitler
and the Roman Empire.
y el Imperio Romano.
Hitler did it this way.
Hitler lo hizo de esta manera.
The Roman Empire did it this way.
El Imperio Romano lo hizo de esta manera.
Hand up, Roman.
Mano arriba romano,
Hand down, Nazi.
mano para abajo era nazi.
So Trump had everybody raise their right hand to him.
Trump hizo que todos levanten la mano
Swear
derecha.
allegiance to you?
Jurar alianza a ti,
No thanks.
no gracias.
I'd rather have Hillary.
Yo prefiero tener a Hillary.
Next story. Or
Próxima historia.
Bernie Sanders, for that matter. Proverbs 8, verse 36,
Proverbios 8, verso 36.
talks about people loving death.
Habla de la gente que está amando la muerte.
Here in this story in California,
Aquí en esta historia en California,
in a couple of months,
en unos meses,
you will be able to murder yourself legally.
vas a poderte matar legalmente.
May the earthquake come.
Que el terremoto venga.
Wait till you see the earthquake. Shh. Wait till you see that earthquake that God sends.
Prepárense a ver el terremoto que Dios
You love
mande.
death so much? Here you go.
Amas la muerte tanto, aquí está.
This is horrendous.
Esto es horrendo.
Next story.
Próxima historia.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 22 talks about diseases.
Deuteronomio 28, 22 habla de enfermedades.
In this story,
En esa historia.
that's England.
Eso es en Inglaterra.
That's London, England.
Eso es Londres, Inglaterra.
That is not a cat.
Ese no es un gato.
That is a rat.
Esa es una rata.
Everybody take a closer look at that. That rat.
Todos miren a esa rata.
A 4-foot rat weighing 25 pounds.
Una rata de 4 pies que pesa 25 libras.
What is so important about this story?
Lo que es importante de esta historia
England has basically kicked God out of their country.
es que Inglaterra básicamente ha expulsado a Dios del país.
What do rats carry?
¿Qué es lo que las ratas llevan?
Fleas
Pulgas.
that carry the plague.
Pulgas que llevan la plaga.
Just imagine how many fleas a 25-pound rat would have on it.
Solo imagínate cuántas pulgas una rata de 25 libras tendrá.
That's one big rat.
Esa es una rata.
Muskrat Susie. Oh, sorry. Sorry, the 70s just popped in. Next story, war. Please pay attention to this one.
Guerra, por favor, pongan atención.
And I didn't bring a lot of war stories, but let me show you this.
No traje muchas historias de guerra, pero miren esto.
There are 2 ballistic missiles being shot off by Iran,
Estos son misiles balísticos que fueron disparados de parte de Irán,
which is in total violation of the covenant that Obama made with his brother Muslims.
que está en violación directa con el pacto que Obama hizo con sus hermanos los musulmanes.
This, my friends, is the beginning of war.
Esto, mis hermanos, es el comienzo de la guerra.
On the rockets was written in Arabic,
En las misiles estaba escrito en árabe:
Israel should be wiped off the earth.
Israel debe ser borrado de la tierra.
Get ready, people,
Prepárense,
because Zechariah 13 has not happened yet.
porque Zacarías 13 aún no ha sucedido.
The party's coming.
La fiesta está viniendo.
This is in total violation of every UN resolution.
Esto está en violación directa en contra de cualquier regulación de las Naciones Unidas.
Next story.
Próxima historia.
North Korea was firing off some short-range missiles.
Corea del Norte disparó unos misiles de corto alcance.
What did Yeshua say? Wars and rumors of wars?
¿Qué dijo Yeshua? Guerra y rumores de guerra.
This has a range of 310 miles.
Esto tiene un alcance de 310 millas.
Next war story.
Próxima historia de guerra.
So America is sending the B-2 bombers over to Asia.
Estados Unidos está mandando los bombarderos B-2 para Asia.
Get ready, people.
Prepárense.
Get ready what's coming.
Prepárense para lo que está pasando.
This is men. If you don't understand man speak,
Esto es hombres. Si no entiendes el lenguaje de los hombres.
this is men flexing.
Estos son los hombres mostrando sus músculos.
This is men getting ready for a fight.
Estos son hombres preparándose para la pelea.
This is saying, don't you know what I have?
Diciendo, no sabes lo que yo tengo.
This is machismo.
Esto es el machismo.
This is major chutzpah. Next war story.
La próxima historia de
Italy and France are going to invade Libya.
Italia y Francia van a invadir Libia.
They're going to go fight ISIS on the ground.
Van a ir a pelear ISIS en el campo.
Get ready for war to break out all over Europe with all those Muslims.
Prepárense que la guerra comience en toda Europa con
That's
todos
why they
los
sent
musulmanes.
them first.
Por eso es que los mandaron
They didn't
primero.
send children.
No mandaron
They
niños,
sent young, healthy 20-somethings
mandaron jóvenes sanos de 20 años de edad
who are raping all the women.
que están violando a las mujeres
And the men are just letting it happen.
y los hombres están dejando que esto
If I were
ocurra.
a secular man, you and my baseball bat would come very close
Si
together.
fuera un hombre secular, yo y mi bate de béisbol estuviera cerca tuyo.
These are just some of the war stories.
Estas son algunas de las historias de guerra.
Revelation 13,
Revelaciones
verse
13,
17 talks about the mark of the beast.
verso 17 habla de la marca de la bestia.
In this story,
En esta historia,
the FBI is asking high school students
la FBI está instruyendo a los de estudiantes de
to
secundaria
tell if your fellow students are evangelical Christians
que les digan a ellos si sus compañeros son evangélicos
or if your fellow students believe in the Bible and the Constitution.
o si estos estudiantes creen en la Biblia o en la Constitución,
To let the FBI know that.
para dejar saber al FBI.
I believe in the Bible
Yo creo en la Biblia
and I believe in the
y
Constitution.
yo creo en la Constitución.
You don't have to look for me. Here I am.
No tienes que buscarme, aquí
I'll be
estoy.
here every Saturday. Well, I'm here every day.
Estoy aquí todos los días.
Just come.
Solo ven,
Make my day.
hazme mi día.
Choose this day whom you're going to serve, people.
Escogen este día a quién vas a servir.
But as for me and my house,
Pero de parte de mi casillo,
we're going to serve the Lord like Pincus.
vamos a servir al Señor como Pinjas.
My third favorite guy in all the Bible
Mi tercer hombre favorito en la
is
Biblia
Pincus.
era Pinjas.
Yeshua's first,
Yeshua es primero,
Moshe's second,
Moisés segundo,
Pincus is third.
Pinjas es tercero.
And the Lord loved them too.
El
All
Señor
right,
los
that's all
amó
the
también.
news for today.
Esas son todas las
There is
noticias.
a lot of other news I didn't do.
Hubieron muchas otras noticias que no
All right,
vi.
if you're out there,
Si estás afuera,
260 some odd of you last week,
260 de ustedes la semana
hit
pasada.
the donate button.
Shalom. My name is Messianic Rabbi Andrew Dinnerman, and I invite you to come to visit our congregation. If you are in the tri-state area, come out and visit with us on Shabbat. We are a congregation of Jews and Gentiles, living as one in the Messiah Yeshua. BGMC is a place of true worship. The focus never wanders from the Hebraic roots of our faith. Beth Goyim is rooted in the Word of God from Bereshit through to the book of Revelation. Messiah's strong words against man-made tradition are carefully recorded in Matthew 7. That is the reason we only follow the straight-up instructions found in Scripture. Truly, the way, the truth, and the life. If you're looking for a deeper walk with Adonai, come out for our Tuesday evening Bible study called Messianic Torah Time. Come, spend the day with us on any Shabbat. We start at 11 a.m. with the sound of the ancient Hebrew shofar. Next, we offer our King praise and worship in English, Hebrew, and Spanish. After worship, we review the headlines in the previous week's news from around the globe, especially news from the Holy Land Israel. We don't just list the news headlines as current events, but we comb through the scriptures, searching for clues to understand what they mean and then to help pinpoint prophetically our current position on Adonai's clock. After digesting all that modern information, we leave the world behind as we journey with our Adonai deep into his eternal word, not with just 1 or 2 scriptures, but usually 7 or more scriptures. The spiritual nourishment and the richness of his kingdom become accessible to the ones who share this special time and seek them out. The day does not end there. Because Shabbat is so special to him, there is always so much more that our King desires to share. So instead of separating and leaving, we stay together as a family for potluck lunch and an afternoon study of our King's Word. We close the Shabbat together with the reading of the new week's parashah. That's the Torah portion. Even after those blessings, many of us just can't get enough. So the members bring prepared homemade foods to share while we all enjoy an uplifting movie together. If all that information is not quite enough, you can check out our website where you will find over 200 video teachings and biblical holy day studies. Under Messianic Torah Time, the Hebrew Roots button, you'll discover free studies on many different topics, including PowerPoint slide presentations. If Beth Goyim sounds like a place you'd love to visit, but you live outside the tri-state area, there is still a way to connect with us. We stream live on the internet on Tuesday, Thursday, and Shabbat. The website is www.bethgoyim.org. That's BETHGOYIM.org. Our phone number is 973-338-7800 or 978-2-YESHUA. That's 978, the number 2, Yeshua. Shalom.